Hello guys, and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well. So I just want to reveal to you my gold strategy that personally I use to trade gold. Remember, I trade gold. I also trade the USD and Nasdaq. Mostly when it comes to currencies and indices. Those are the three main things that I look at: gold, Nasdaq, and USD. Right. So this strategy is one strategy that I wished that someone could have actually taught me this strategy or shown me this strategy when they were starting out or when I was starting out in my journey. If ever someone had shown me this, I believe I would have realized consistent profitability faster and way much better than uh, when when I was trying to learn things from my own pace, from my own trial and error. So guys, break of structure there to the left, that's a high, that's a low, that's a higher high there. So what is simply happening, it's a pullback. Everything that has, so long it hasn't broken here, it's a pullback. So long as I break this low, we consider this as a pullback. So long it's a pullback. Once that pullback is finished, our first major target would be that high, because we expect it to be broken to create a new high. If it comes and fails to break that high, let's say the pullback, it ends somewhere here, comes and fails to break there, that means somehow now have a reversal pattern there, mostly going to reverse the downside. So this is the entire structure for gold that we're looking at for this entire week, even for the whole September. This is the entire structure for gold that will be running. This is just, those are just extra confluences that you can just add. And this trend line, you can see the market is almost on that trend line there on the upside. Those are just extra confluence that you'll be adding to your setup, extra confluence, right? You can see this is a downward channel. You can see that there's a downward channel from your trend line understanding. You're gonna see clearly that we are in a what? Downward channel. I can see this extreme demand here, which is where most probably I'm expecting this reversal to end. So gold, I'm expecting a huge push to the downside in the next coming days. Something like this. So since this is the lookout now, this is the analysis on gold. This is the entire structure that you need to be having for this entire September, already it's September now, entire September, even entire October. This setup can last us so long we still haven't broken this low and that high, this market will be playing in this range. So on the daily, I have all the details that I need. I can even add a Fibonacci so that you see that this low here, or that extreme demand there at the bottom, you can see it's also aligning with our sniper Fibonacci entry zones, 88% there. That's where most probably I'm expecting huge buys to the upside on gold, right? So on the daily, we've exhausted almost all the details that we need to see. The next important thing that I do is to go down to the 4-hour time frame to get extra confluence or extra zones that I might not be seeing on the daily. So this trend line, I'm no longer need it. I can see it gave me what I wanted to see. I no longer need it. Same as this Fibonacci, I can hide it and hide this. Right. So for our structure, let's look at for our structure. For our structure, which is the internal structure. Internal structure, you can see that we establish our major change of character here. Change of character there of internal structure. We broke this low. This is internal structure now. If you follow internal structure, this was the lower low. That's the lower high there. So once you've identified internal structure, realize that our focus now is actually here, based on what I've just done now. Here, I can define this zone to this level. What we've just done, based on what I've just done now, based on this break of structure down, break of structure down, break of structure down. So whatever is happening, whatever this push was, it's still a pullback, so long it hasn't broken that high at the top. So we can't say the pullback is ended. We can't say the pullback is ended. We can't say that is yet. Why? Because there's still an extreme supply there where the pullback is most probably going to end. So this push to the upside is still most likely going to still continue pushing up. So this is the current range that you're now looking at internally. This is the current focus on gold. This is where your current focus is. So this is still a pullback. So long we haven't broken there and we haven't broken down, it's still a pullback. And as well as if so long we haven't tapped those extreme supply zones. So in that extreme supply, we can actually have swing sales. Swing sales, those are swing sales that you must just be ready for on gold. Swing sales to the downside. Swing sales that you must just be prepared for on gold around the next week. Not next week, but one. It would be up there depending on how much fast news will actually, because there's going to be NFP, there's going to be CPI, PPI. So all of those, they're going to trigger this zone to be reached faster. So for this pullback to be facilitated after this major break of structure, for this major pullback to happen, one thing was bound to happen, which is an internal change of character, which was this one, sub-internal change of character like that. So that one can also be followed by a retracement before the major continuation up. This one can be followed by a retracement. It's retracing here. It will also be collecting liquidity. It will be collecting what? Liquidity. It will be collecting liquidity. It's retracing there. It will also be what? Collecting liquidity there. So this is the structure now that we have on gold. This is the structure, complete structure that we can actually see on gold right now. Complete structure that you can actually see on gold. Trend line breakout, you could have bought here. Initially, we could have taken these initial buys. Those initial buys, I call them the initial trades that are going to generate liquidity and also change character, right? This one, you could have taken those buys. You could have taken those initial trades to this supply here, this minor supply there. That minor supply can give us the retracement that we want to the downside. Why am I expecting a retracement down before a major continuation up? Why am I expecting a retracement before a continuation up to the zone? Because remember, the target at the top there is this one, right? Why am I anticipating a reversal before a continuation up? To collect liquidity. Remember, liquidity is fuel that the institutions use to push price where they want to push it. If they want to push price to this level, right? So they will collect any liquidity that will be down here. So in this case, the initial move was there to generate liquidity, which was fine. There was nothing wrong with you taking this buy, this swing buy. Nothing wrong, right? That was the initial move. So now the next move now is the retracement down into this untapped demand, then the continuation up. So the next move is the downward sell. The next move after the downward sell will be the push up. So the next major entry will be the buy up there. So currently right now, the focus is on the reversal. And when you're taking reversal trades, you need to be so careful and make sure that your confluence or your confirmations are solid before you jump into that trade. So yeah, just wait for the market to tap into the zone. Once it rejects into the region, once it taps into the zone, rejects, close above confirmations, lower time frame confirmations, you jump into the buy. So swing buy, swing sell, coming down. Those are the major trades that I'm having on gold for the next coming days. So for today, I'm looking forward for sales because I'm at a very strong order block there. This strong order block is bound to hold because inducement has been collected over that order block. So now all I need is to go down to lower time frames, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes for the entry. 1 hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes for the entry. Already we've tapped into the zone there. Already we've tapped into the zone. You can also see that this order block here, let me mark that. Let me put this red line because there it can also reach out for this order block, which is inside the whole supply zone. You can reach out for that before it drops. You can reach out for that before it ultimately drops. So let me hide this. Right. So the most important level now, the most important thing is for internal structure to be broken. The most important thing is for internal structure to be broken. Many people right now jumping because they see a double top like that. A double top before, once you see a double top before what do you call this? Before an internal shifting structure, uh, then you just jump in because of a double top like that. Most times they can even come and take you out. They can nicely come and take you out. Sometimes they can even come and tap into this demand, tap into that demand because even them coming down, they also use liquidity. Before they come down, they collect liquidity, then they come down. So they can do this, bounce up, tap into that red line, drop, go up, drop. What will be this? This will be the change of character. Then pulling back, they'll be pulling back into an untapped zone, the untapped supply, untapped order block before they continue down. You see all the things that must happen before the market just goes where it must go. They make sure that they've collected enough liquidity. Many people they are selling now, which is okay if your stop loss is here, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? If you sold based on that double top, but make sure your stop loss is just uh just above here because there's still no the shift in internal order flow hasn't happened. The shift in internal order flow hasn't happened. The shift in internal order flow hasn't happened. So once the shift in internal order flow hasn't happened, your stop loss can still be used as liquidity. So here, if ever you sold here, your stop loss must be here. So even your targets, they are still not yet, you can still yet hold it all the way down, 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 so long internal structure or internal order flow hasn't shifted. So this is the current movement that I'm currently expecting now. This is the previous higher low, right? Once that one is not broken, this market can still push down, go up, then drop down, change character, then go up like that. So uh, personally, I usually wait for the confirmed entries, especially if it's a reversal entry like that. I usually wait for the mostly confirmed entries after liquidity has been collected, after people have been taken out. That's when as the professionals enter. When the amateurs leave, that's when the professionals enter. When professionals enter, that's when amateurs will be wanting to leave. So that's the so this double top, this simply liquidity here. Liquidity that they are generating. So even if you're in sales, be in sales, but know that mostly those sales, this liquidity is bound to be taken out. So this is the entire structure that I'm looking for now. That's the entire structure that I'm looking forward for on gold. This is the entire structure, the entire movement, basically. Entire movement or entire structure that I'm now waiting for on gold. So guys, this strategy. So I told you how you could have entered these initial trades, this initial trades. You could have entered these initial trades through the breakout of the trend line, breakout and retest of the trend line. You could have entered these initial buys, actually. The initial buys on gold, you could have entered by a simple breakout of the trend line there. Broke out into the trend line, you could have waited for a pullback where into this demand here. Pull back into this demand, pull back into that demand, because there it pulled back before it changed character there, right? So this pullback into this demand could have given you your initial buys because the trend line breakout had happened. You could have entered your buys there because remember those initial trades are just there to generate liquidity. You put it in form of inducement, in form of trend lines, in form of so many things. You would have held all the way to that extreme supply there, right? That was a very beautiful swing trade that you're supposed to take. After you take such a swing trade like this, you have made enough money to not even be worried about jumping into these sales early. Jumping into these sales early. People right now who are busy jumping into these sales early are people who missed, who didn't take this buy. The buy that they were supposed to take initially. They didn't take it. So they are now busy jumping into sales before even confirmations have happened. So those people, they are dangerous people because dangerous people to their own account. They are people who are so dangerous to their own trading account because you are now being moved by emotions. You're now being moved by emotions of being left out. You were left out initially. The reason why you were left out initially is because of a lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge and lack of understanding is what made you to be left out initially. So now, now here you're now just jumping. You're not just jumping in because you're not just jumping in because of fear now. FOMO. FOMO is the driving factor now. FOMO is the driving factor driving your entry. FOMO is the driving factor driving your entry. So, guys, this is what I'm looking at personally. Even when I'm going to give the signal in the free Telegram group, the free WhatsApp group. I will wait for confluence. I wait for confluence. I wait for confluence. I wait for confirmation before we even give the signal. So this is what I'm waiting for on gold. This is everything that I'm waiting for on gold. So tomorrow, Friday, is going to be a very interesting time on gold. I believe by tomorrow, it will be maybe on its way down. So if NFP happens along the way there, it will just push gold further down into this region. Then boom, up like that. So tomorrow is going to be a very interesting Friday. I'm going to be live on TikTok. If you want to be live with me on TikTok for that to trade NFT together, make sure you join through the links that are in the description. In the description, you'll find links to my the links to my Telegram, the link to my TikTok, the link to my WhatsApp, the link to my Instagram. You'll find all my links. You'll find them in the description below. So guys, this is my gold strategy that I use. This initial move I enter, then the next moves, which is this one, I also enter. That's the next major move. So this one, I'm waiting for confirmations. Confirmations now, confirmations. These ones I'm waiting for confirmations. This confirmation that I showed you, as well as another simple trend line confirmation, because this trend line liquidity is bound to be, it's going to be collected out. They are going to take out the trend line liquidity coming down as well. Trend line liquidity is going to be collected. They are going to break out that trend line to collect its liquidity coming down. So confirmations are key. Confirmations are key, especially if your account is small, number one. If you still have very little to no experience in trading, you must wait for confirmation. Confirmation. This is just liquidity there. It's just liquidity that they just take you out, liquidity that they take out before they go where they want to go. It's just liquidity that they are bound. So this is my structure. Once we take out this liquidity, once we change character there, that's when I'm going to start entering my huge sales coming down, my swing sales coming down, So guys, this is my gold strategy. This is the structure that I'm having on gold. I'm waiting for those reversals, but for those reversals to happen, this must happen. If this does, if we don't break here, this gold can still continue to go up. If we don't establish this internal change of character, God can still continue to go up. So guys, this is my gold strategy. If you want my free signals, there's a link to my free Telegram group. The link is in bio. Make sure you join the team. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video so that people, they are informed. People that are well informed, of what is happening, what is not happening, well informed of how they are manipulated and where they are manipulated. So guys, see you in the next video. See you in the next video. See you in the next coming video, where I'm going to do now a recap of what I said. I'm going to do a recap video of what I really said and what happened. So guys, thank you for watching. Like the video, share the video, and see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.